African Americans, I believe, will never go back to America. And these African Americans I'm talking about have got what it takes to survive in Africa. They have understood the right approach for Africa. I believe these people are going to get successful one day, and I believe they will live a better life in Africa than they lived in America. Whenever they return to America, they will be going for holiday. They will enjoy their holidays in America after spending some time in Africa building their lives. These African Americans, they looked at Africa and saw the opportunities that it presents. And they knew that the only place they can be is to be here in Africa, so that they can enjoy the fruits of their labor. They have come to realize that in Africa, you are free to do whatever you want. You have a peace of mind. You don't have to worry about anything. Every day is just a holiday. Although you have to work sometimes, but most of the times, your mind is at peace. So we're going to look at a few of these people, and I'm going to react to these people and tell you more about them, why I believe that these people are going to stay in Africa and they are not going to leave. A few years ago, I shared a video which was giving advice to African Americans on how to survive in Africa. Let's watch this video and then we talk about it. It's been a while that I haven't discussed a lot about the diasporans, and they are coming to Africa. I'm seeing there's a lot of diasporas now that are coming to Africa, more especially in West Africa. I understand there's almost over 1,000 diasporas that have already, Black Americans that have already moved to Gambia, which is very, very nice. And I think my advice to them is that at this moment, because there are many of them now, the best business to do is at the moment is to focus amongst their community. In the beginning, those who are just coming in now, focus on your community. What challenges are your people facing in these countries? What solutions can you bring? So that's where the opportunity is going to be right away at the moment. Helping people how to settle in Gambia, helping people how to build their houses in Gambia, helping people, like how to get some of the necessities that they want in Gambia, because I hear most of the people are always complaining that they can't find this, can't find that. So you can be the one to supply those kind of things. Later on, when the market has been saturated, you'll find that the other people that are coming now, they will start focusing on other industries there in Gambia, manufacturing, whether it's in the medical industry, whether it's in the transport industry, and other industries. And this actually is very exciting, more especially for those who are just coming in the country now, in these countries in West Africa. Yeah, so those opportunities are there for you to take advantage of. Listen to people, what are they complaining about, and all those kind of things. But remember also that before you go to any of the African countries, start a business, first go there for a visit, go and try to spend some time there with the local people and ask questions, find out what are the challenges that you will face when you are settling in the country, what are the laws and all those kind of things. You have to first understand those things. So you've seen already what I was trying to share. I was trying to share ideas of how to survive in Africa to African Americans and Afro-British who were deciding to come to Africa to stay. In this video, I gave some knowledge and skills that they can apply when they come to Africa. Black Acres of the Gambia.
Like, who doesn't know the Black Acres of the Gambia? I mean,
well, guys, my name is Rick. D. Usumbuda Sr., or affectionately known as Sweet Daddy, and this is
Cynthia, known as Sweet Juicy Mama.
And we've been in the Gambia for about 4 years and counting. We left America, we escaped America for the African continent, and we're having a blast. And we're so excited to be here. And what we want to do is set up a few businesses to help employ the youth on the African continent and help other people in the diaspora to make a smooth transition onto the African continent. So basically,
Black Acres of the Gambia has shown us that perseverance, hard work, and determination is the best approach for Africa. This family has gone through a lot, but they have stayed focused. They have worked so hard to build their land where they're living. Now we can actually see the fruits. Imagine they've turned a barren land into a fruitful land. Their land is slowly maturing, and it's showing us that you can indeed, with hard work and perseverance, turn a barren land into a very rich land where you can grow your crops and your vegetables and make a living. Black Acres of the Gambia is a family that is a true example of a true African American family that is very strong and resilient. This family has actually proven that you can really move from America and come to Africa and you can survive. DIY house and farm.
You guys have no idea the amount of times I wanted to turn around and go back home. It was very difficult to adjust to this new environment because I was plagued with all of this just uncomfortable, just anguish of losing within my first year. Luckily, of course, I had met my husband, and he was able to actually coach me through things that I have to deal with within myself, and then I would address being within a different environment a little later. So it wasn't always just about living on a farm and living off grid. It was about adjusting to a new environment, a new country, new cultures, new foods, new people, new experiences. It has not always been easy, especially when you're trying to develop a homestead that is self-sufficient. And the self-sufficiency that I'm referring to is encompassed by modernity, meaning that we embrace technology, we embrace natural living, but also we like to do it smart. Now we can catch rain. The clouds are forming.
We are seeing an African lady who is married to a Ghanaian. This lady is also showing us the true African American spirit of strength, power, and perseverance. This woman has shown us that if you can have the patience to look at Africa from another angle, to have the African eyes and see Africa as it is, life can be very easy. She's slowly blending herself into the African family and African culture. You can actually see that she is enjoying living with the people in Africa. What this lady has understood is that you have to take Africa very easily. You have to absorb Africa slowly, because there's a saying that goes, you can only eat an elephant with small chunks. This woman is going to go very, very far. She's going to be very successful. And one day we're going to witness a woman from America live happily ever after. Mark meets Africa.
It's just, and your wife said this as well, mindset. Yes. You know, we have to believe in ourselves. And you definitely seem to believe in yourself because you're doing it. And this is the example that we need. Yes. And you know, you have Diaspora that you keep in mind. Because sometimes it's not even so much doing business, it's keeping each other in mind. You know, you doing business, and I'm sure you can do it without the Diaspora. But the fact that you want to be with the Diaspora and build together, you know, you benefit, they benefit. They benefit, you benefit. And it's just this togetherness. That's what I see. That's what I feel here right now. So
a young man who dared to leave America to come to Africa. This young man, he was not afraid. He was so brave enough to leave everything, to leave his family, to come to Africa. Now we have seen this young man transform himself into a true African, a very strong, young-spirited man who is prepared to learn, who is so passionate enough to enjoy living in Africa. This young man is building himself an empire. I am proud to say that I had an opportunity to meet this young man. He came and visited me in this very spot. And it was a pleasure and a gift to be with this young man. I believe that this young man is going to stay in Africa forever. Whenever he goes to America, he's going to go there and share his experiences, share the stories of how Africa embraced him at a very tender age. Right now, as I'm talking, Mark Meets Africa is speaking fluently Swahili.
Leo tayari? Tayari leo? Kesho. Haya, lakini nyeupe tayari leo.
Sasa na huyu.
Kwa nini watu wamelala?
Yule anaumwa.
Anaumwa. Labda kesho anataka pumzika.
You know, one of the most popular languages in Africa. And I wish all the best for Mark so that he can succeed and grow into a very strong, powerful, and wealthy man. The arrivals.
Would have known that looking back, and I think even now, if you're coming, prepare yourself to know the language. Like knowing the language is very, very important, I do believe.
And just to recap on what you were saying as far as when you were saying, you know, it's going through my mind that you're on holiday, vacation, you know, we were here, we were, you know, not really knowing how everything works, but you had to start learning how things work. I think it's more, that's when the journey begins, because you have to learn what they do here, how the locals do it, how everybody makes it here, and what the system is here. And then when you start getting to that point, then it kind of like shifts. And from you're on vacation that, oh, wow, this is home. And I got to see how to, you know, make it like everybody else does, you know, and understand how this works, understand how that works. You know, it's a new country,
Right.
a whole new system, you know, from what you're used to. So
Every time when I think about the arrivals, you know, it just gives me that peace of mind to see an African couple that are so in love and always work together. They're sharing their experience as they grow their homestead. We are actually watching them step by step build their life. You can see that these people, they love one another. You know, they share the one goal in their lives. These people are teaching us what true love can be. And they are teaching us what you can achieve when you love one another and have got one goal. And I can see these people finishing their compound and living very happily and enjoying themselves. I don't see them thinking of going back to America anytime soon. And together we're going to watch them as they build their lives, as they settle down in Africa and share us their beautiful stories of their life. So this is what I wanted to say, that there are people from America who have come to Africa and they will never go back because they have found themselves in Africa. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, please don't forget to share, subscribe, and leave a comment.